Hey, welcome to Geek Speak. So, what do you want to talk about, brother?
Have you seen the Supergirl trailer?
That was one of the things I was going to talk about. Well, yes, I have, but tell
Okay.
me what your thoughts
Well,
are.
I haven't seen the Superman movie,
Yeah,
but to see it,
I have.
it's. Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay. So I think you might tell me. But
yeah.
anyway, so it starts out kind of nitty, like everything's kind of gritty and dirty,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, okay, this is weird because I don't know this if this is where she was or where she ended up, and because then it shows like Krypton being covered and everything. There's clean and pretty like you're
Yeah,
used to seeing,
yeah.
and but the big thing is the fact that you get that 1.5 second clips of Lobo.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Lobo.
Right.
And, during the Flash movie,
Mm-hmm.
which you're the DC guy, but during the
Right.
Flash movie, I was excited to see Michael Keaton as Batman again.
Right.
That's the reason I went to the movie.
Right. Right. Right.
And I wasn't let down. So I'm excited to see Lobo, but the Supergirl trailer, I was very unimpressed with it. She come off very unheroic, and so to me, that's what your superheroes are all about.
Maybe
Her,
she's going to be one of those reluctant heroes.
well, I mean, I know you hadn't seen Superman. This won't ruin it for you, but she had a small part in Superman, and
Right.
She come in drunk, and she called Superman a bitch, and then pretty much exited. And
I didn't think a person from Krypton could get drunk.
well, she has to go to a different planet to get drunk. She can get drunk under yellow sun. She has to go someplace where there's a red sun to get drunk. That's where she had been. So, yeah, I mean, to me, we like anti-heroes. That's fine.
Right.
But there's certain, but you also like heroes too.
Right.
You don't want every hero to be an anti-hero. That's kind of a downer or depression. And so to me, it just seemed like she was very unheroic. And I don't necessarily like the actress they picked to play Supergirl, so I'm not impressed. I definitely won't go to theaters and see it. I may catch it on one of the streaming services on a rainy Sunday afternoon when I don't have nothing to do. So, you're we play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
We have since we were kids. Something really cool. So the guy that created Dungeons and Dragons, or a co-creator, Gary Gygax. You heard the name?
No.
Oh, shame on you.
Gygax.
Gygax. Yeah, it's the actual name.
Okay.
Well, anyway, he's from Lake Geneva, and he created one of the most awesome role-playing games of all time. And so
Probably
there's
the
hard,
first.
yeah, probably there's nobody that hasn't heard of Dungeons and Dragons. Well, there's a Kickstarter that had $150,000 goal, and it's reached like 213,000. But in Lake Geneva, they're going to put a table up, a stone table, and at the end of it is going to be a chair with Gary Gygax sitting in it. And so it's like a monument.
Like
and
a statue.
Yeah, a statue.
Okay.
And on top of the table is bronze, and it's got the first dungeon he ever created.
Huh.
So you can go to that park, and they got benches around it, and you can sit there and play your Dungeons and Dragons game with Gary Gygax's statue at the end of the table. And delve into that first dungeon he created.
Right.
And that's just one of the neatest ideas I ever heard. And I think it's fantastic. It's right there by the water's edge next to a beautiful park. I mean, what a good monument. A lot of these Kickstarter stuff is goofy, but I mean, that's nice. And I'm glad they got funded. And I may even go visit it someday. Play Dungeons and Dragons with old Gary's statue. So what else you want to talk about?
Okay, so talking about trailers and stuff, have you seen the Avengers Doomsday trailer?
I've seen some
like-
teasers. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess this is a teaser. The last one that came out with Captain America.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I seen it, I thought, okay. It wasn't anything that got my blood boiling or anything got me excited. Steve Rogers returns, and that was it. It was like all of 5 freaking seconds.
My guess is, Captain America was old at the end of Avengers Endgame.
Right.
So my guess is he had a son that he named Steve, and Steve is not going to be Captain America because they've given that to the Falcon.
Here's what I'm thinking: this
So-
whole movie's going to take place in a multiverse.
Well, that's true
I
too.
think the whole thing is not going to have anything to do with what we have seen.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a whole new storyline with the same old characters.
Yeah, they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Doctor Doom, and they've also had another teaser with Chris Hemsworth as Thor.
Now, see, I didn't know whether that was AI or not.
It is AI. It's official from the studio, but it is AI. Cause,
I couldn't find Marvel's name on it.
Well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was fake. And that brings me up to my next subject.
Okay.
So there's so much AI out there, and I'm going to show you a picture. And yes, it's not a real picture, but
Is it a picture of me?
no, it's a picture of Ryan Johnson kissing Kathleen Kennedy at their wedding, which they never got married. I actually made that picture.
Oh, okay.
So, but the thing is I want to talk about AI and clickbait. So a lot of people make AI pictures, and first of all, there's a lot of clickbait on YouTube. So what they'll do, they'll say something like Kathleen Kennedy and Ryan Johnson gets married, exclamation point, question mark. And because they have the question mark on there,
right,
that makes it justifiable. They're not saying they did, because that would be wrong.
Right.
That would be a lie. But they put it up there, and so they're always tossing around rumors and stuff. But AI has gotten so good, just like that Thor trailer, just like that Thor teaser. We don't know if that actually come from Marvel or if somebody made it and made it look fake. But we're to the point in our society where AI has come so far and looks so real,
right,
in just the last couple of years, that unfortunately I think the government's going to have to step in, and you're going to have to stamp saying something's AI.
Why does the government got to have to do anything?
Because you'd have to pass a law to make somebody stamp saying something that's artificial intelligence. Right now on YouTube, like on this video, the first video we had, when you get ready to post a video, you have to put on there, is there something, have you created an unreal situation or an event that didn't happen in AI? I'll have to put it on this video.
Seriously?
Because of that picture that I just showed with Ryan Johnson kissing Kathleen Kennedy at their wedding that never happened. So that's good of YouTube. That's good, and because you know how the political climate is and everything. One group against another group. You see something and sometimes you're like, that's fake. But you could have something of somebody saying something just a little off color, or a little wrong, something they shouldn't say, and people would see that, and a large group of the people would believe it.
Here's my thing. I look at AI as a step above Photoshop.
Yeah.
Photoshop has been doing the same thing for years and years and years and years, and nobody said anything because people are awesome with Photoshop. So, the only way this is different is people are being a little lazier and letting the computer do the work for
There's
them.
nothing wrong with the tool. You just need to.
But people didn't police the Photoshop.
And there's a lot of people that fell for Photoshop.
Right.
And you can't remove foolish people from the world, but at the same time, I think it needs to be clearly stamped on there. And I think you'll see that sometime in the future moving forward. YouTube doing what YouTube's doing with AI generated images and videos is good. You need to let the viewer know, hey, this isn't real. I just created this for clickbait, or I just created this for, giggles, shits and giggles.
Right.
So anyway, what else you want to talk about?
The passing of Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
We hadn't had a chance to discuss that. Bro, he had done so many great movies and things like that. My favorite that he done was Princess Bride.
Yeah, I love that movie. Yeah. That's a good movie.
And
we should do a video on that sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would be a good video. That'd be a really good video. It's just sad to see somebody with that skill and that talent.
Well, not only that he passed away, which we all do, but how he passed away.
Right.
So that.
Well, the thing is there's timely. You know when it's going to happen, and then what makes this is it's untimely.
Right.
Nobody expected it. He wasn't in bad health.
Yeah, and the sad thing about our society now is there's a certain faction of it that celebrated his death. His political views were different than mine.
Right.
But I don't celebrate the man's death. Just like when Charlie Kirk died, there was people that disagreed with his philosophies, his religion, and his politics, and they celebrated his death. If you're celebrating somebody's death, you got issues. You got issues. You need to More comic books. Let's see. So what else are we going to talk about? Let's talk about Starfleet Academy. So I've despised all Alex Kurtzman's Star Trek that Paramount's put out.
Okay.
But Skydance has purchased Paramount, and they're giving old Alex Kurtzman the boot. But the last thing he's made is Starfleet Academy. And the poster from it doesn't air until January, but I've seen clips of it. It looks so cringeworthy. I mean, just so terrible. It's like giving control to somebody of Star Trek that doesn't understand Star Trek, doesn't like Star Trek, and they want to do their own thing.
Right.
And it's happened in Doctor Who and Lord of the Rings
Right.
and Star Wars and a lot of the big IPs. But I'm so glad to see him gone, and I hope in the future, that Paramount makes some good Star Trek. But yeah, the poster from it looks like something from 90210. It's just ridiculous. I mean,
Is it because they're trying to reach a new audience or something? That's my excuse for anything that
anytime
I
you
don't
say
feel
when
is
anytime
right.
you use the term updated for modern audience means
You're poo-pooing on the
we're going to
fans.
change it. Yeah, we're going to change it. We're going to
Right.
change it. Everybody that liked it isn't going to like it, and hopefully people that never have watched it will watch it.
Right.
But on that term, what else do you want to talk about? Anything else?
Bro, yeah, what about Warner Brothers being sold off?
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Yeah, what was it, Netflix, right?
Yeah. Netflix bought it.
$7 billion?
Yeah,
or
something like that. Oh, it might. I think it was more than that.
Oh,
But
I don't know, but that's just crazy money. I mean, there's...
Yeah, but the thing is, it makes you wonder what they're going to do with comics, because comics aren't hugely profitable for Marvel, and they aren't hugely profitable for DC or Warner Brothers.
Right.
So,
Well, luckily, DC isn't Warner Brothers.
so when they pluck from storylines from the comics for their movies, they typically do classic storylines. Anytime they do updated storylines, oftentimes it bites them in the butt, and that movie doesn't make money. Of course, there is superhero fatigue out there right now. But having said that, yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Netflix is very left-leaning, not a little left-leaning, very left-leaning. And so you're alienating half your audience right from the beginning. If I had a product, whether it was Warner Brothers or a donut shop, I want everybody to buy my donuts.
Right.
I want everybody to enjoy my donuts. I'm not going to have MAGA donuts, and I'm not going to have, this or that or the other. I'm not going to alienate anybody. I want everybody to buy my donuts because that's what business I'm in.
Right.
I got a friend of mine that owns a comic book store, and he keeps his views to himself, as well he should, because he's there to sell comic books. He's not there to do politics or religion or anything like that. And so hopefully, if Netflix controls Warner Brothers, they go right down the middle of the line and make a product that's pleasing to everybody instead of trying to cater to this group or that group. But
Right.
only time will tell. But there is rumors that they're going to do away with James Gunn's barely made DCEU and try to go back to the Snyderverse. Now, whether or not they do that, I don't know. In my opinion, I think superhero movies have played out like Westerns did when we were a kid. I think that we had them, everybody enjoyed them, and now the majority of the audience have moved on and they want something else. So I think you'll see less and less superhero movies moving forward. Certainly, if Avengers Doomsday does poorly,
Yeah.
you're not going to see any more superhero movies for a long time. You done?
Yep, for now.
Okay, my comic book recommendation. So you don't like Starfleet? I said I didn't like Starfleet Academy,
But you like that.
but the comic book, yeah, this comic is pretty good. I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's going to be far better than the show, I can tell you. But it's got Nog from Deep Space Nine. It's got an Andorian in it, and I'm a big Star Trek fan anyway. And so if you want some good Starfleet Academy,
Nog
pick
was
this
the
up.
Ferengi.
Yeah, he was the Ferengi.
Oh, sound.
And it was made in Paramount and Marvel made some comics together for a while, and those were a good set of comics. And Star Trek Early Voyages is another good one. But yeah, if you want to check out Starfleet Academy, it's a pretty good read. There's something in there for everybody.
Cool. Okay, one more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing. You gave me a Christmas gift on our last episode. This
Yeah.
is a belated Christmas gift to you.
Ah, thank you. Man, you did a much better wrapping job than I did. Did you wrap that? You always have been artistic.
It's just paper, man. I'm not creating the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. Me and my grandson Ronan, we wrap horrible. We'll wrap all the gifts every year. We say we're going to go into business once he gets out of high school. Oh, Thundar the Barbarian. He knows I'm a big Thundar fan.
Right? I figured that's something you can't just pick up anywhere.
No, I look good in that. I look good in that. And I had a big crush on her back in the day. Yeah. All right, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I love you, man.
Buddy.
All right, so you done?
I'm done.
All right, we are done. I appreciate you watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you feel like it. And stay geeky, my friend.